Elon alumnus Jay Light was back on campus this week. Light's script was chosen as a finalist in the Sprite Films competition. Light is visiting Elon to market his film Rocketeer to the class of 2016 in the final days of voting. Although Rocketeer is currently in second place, Light is confident that by August 31st, Rocketeer will be back in the lead.
I can't wait to see what the results are. It's I think we're gonna win, and I just can't wait to enjoy my trip to University.
While alums like Light are no longer on campus, new faces moved in Friday. New students and parents had their arms full and excitement high. Our Mackenzie Roberts was there to take part in this big day for Elon's freshmen.
The class of 2016 is here. We met up with the first-year students to get their stories of why they chose Elon.
I visited here and I just fell in love.
Arthur Tildesley already has plans on what he's going to be involved with.
I like the club lacrosse team they have here. I like that, and also like their business schools very well. That interested me.
Among Tildesley and his fellow freshmen on move-in day were some of Elon's most important figures. Leo Lambert and Dr. Danley mingled with new students and parents. Fiona Bush shared with us her high hopes for her Elon experience based on things she had heard before even arriving on campus.
I've heard that everyone's really nice here and sweet, and there's a lot of Southern hospitality, which is what I love.
Elon upperclassmen worked hard to prove Southern hospitality does exist.
I felt that the school really had a nice sense of community.
Elon freshman David Comerford described Elon in just a few words.
Elon.
It's beautiful. It's really nice.
And the beauty wasn't all that got the class of 2016 here. Many new students had positive opinions of Elon's size.
The school in general was like perfect size, and it's a beautiful school.
I like the size of it. It seems consolidated.
Part of the excitement on move-in day is getting to see their rooms for the first time, as well as mastering the task of opening their mailbox.
There we go. Yay! Got it. All right.
Welcome, class of 2016. Mackenzie Roberts, Elon Local News.
And after a long day of move-in, the class of 2016 gathered beneath the oaks for new student convocation. Joined by their parents and faculty, the students were welcomed into the Elon community and heard from SGA President Darian Flowers and University President Leo Lambert. At the end of the ceremony, the new students received their traditional acorns.
Elon is expecting to add 1,400 new students to the bubble. University President Leo Lambert told Elon Local News that 9% of the freshman class are first-generation college students. The male-to-female ratio is still 40-60, and the class has an average GPA of 3.9, excuse me, an 1860 SAT score.
One first-year student has already jumped in. He's busy trying to publish a project that has taken him 2 years to complete. Our Jason Puckett met up with this student and found out why his first semester might be a little busier than most.
When President Lambert welcomed the class of 2016 this weekend, he mentioned the importance of writing.
Commit yourself to becoming a better writer, a skill that will set you apart in the world.
What he may not have realized is that one first-year student is already a devoted writer. In fact, he's already written a book.
The pitch of the story is that it's like a Hollywood action, like blockbuster thriller.
Frank Camposano has spent the last 2 years of his life working on this book, a project that was sparked by a simple writing exercise.
It was just writing for fun. I didn't go into anything specific. I just had these characters. I had the scene that I envisioned, and then I just started seeing where it went.
120,000 words later, and Camposano had Project Nova, a book that's now in the final stages.
I'm going to go through the editing process and make sure that it's in tip-top shape, make sure it's where I want it to be.
And while the release date may still be a few months away, Camposano says that for now, it's enough just to know that he's written it.
I can finally call myself a writer and be proud of it. I don't have to be that guy who's writing something. I can be that guy who's written something.
Jason Puckett, Elon Local News.
Classes start tomorrow, and some first-year students might be a little nervous. We asked upperclassmen for some advice on your first week at Elon.
If you continually try and work to be yourselves, people are going to like you for whoever you are.
Try everything, because Elon has a multitude of opportunities, and it would be a shame if you didn't get one because you only want to do one thing.
The ever-scary process of drop add is now available for all students. Students may log on to OnTrack at various times based on their number of semester hours they have completed. The drop add option will be available until September 3rd.
New classes are available to help students prepare for future internships and careers. In the half-semester courses, students work on resumes and cover letters and practice the art of interviewing. Some of the classes offered include Living the Dream, Preparing to Go Global after graduation, and transition strategies for careers in specific concentrations.
Coming up, it's more than just routines and pom-poms. Find out the story of Elon male cheerleader Andrew Creech. And our Jamie Daffner has all the highlights from this week in sports after the break.
The Elon football team will get underway this Saturday against ACC opponent UNC. Last year's squad posted the record of 5-6, and a big reason for their success came by the hands of Aaron Millett. Literally. Millett caught 113 passes for over 1,600 yards last year. Here's head coach Jason Swepson on what he thinks his senior receiver can do this year.
The thing I'm excited about Aaron right now is that he's healthy. Last year really he played about 6 or 7 games with a bad ankle. So, if we can stay healthy and we can increase his touchdown production, I believe last year he ended the season with 12 touchdowns. We really need to double that for us to be, making that championship run.
Drills, workouts, training, and staying fit. One Elon student is doing double duty in 2 very different activities. Reporter Naima Abdullahi brings you more.
Senior Andrew Creech displays patriotism when you see him. He wears his uniform like a badge of honor and is very proud of his decision to enlist in the Army. Creech also shows off his love for the Army through his tattoos.
The one on my wrist is cross rifles. It's the insignia of the infantry in the Army. The dog tags inside are used to identify the soldier in case they're destroyed in battle. It's more the symbolism of the phoenix, the fresh start and new birth. The inside words say, "We will rise from the ashes" in Latin.
Not only does he dedicate his time to the Army, Creech also participates in an unconventional Division I athletic sport. What started off as a dare from his hallmates 3 years ago became an addition to his already routine lifestyle.
A lot are really surprised. I guess they see, the Army guy, they see the tattoos, and they would never guess that someone like me would be a cheerleader.
Creech dedicates over 10 hours a week to cheerleading, from the beginning of the school year towards the end of March.
It's a lot of full body strength. You have to have the legs to get them up there, you have to have the arms to hold girls in the air, and it's a lot of focus and concentration while they're in the air also.
Whether he's training for the Army or cheering on the field, Creech says that he's constantly giving his all.
All the strengths that I use for cheerleading, I use in the Army, and vice versa. So me being in shape for one helps with the other. My leadership has expanded, and I feel like I can go out there and conquer the world now.
Naima Abdullahi, Elon Local News.
In front of a record crowd at Rhodes Stadium, Elon's men's soccer team kicked off their season against visiting rival High Point. Last year, the 2 squads battled to a scoreless draw, but High Point leads the all-time series 27-11. Here we go, first match of the season. Right away, a High Point free kick and a nice save by Elon's goalkeeper, Nathan Dean. Elon would strike first in this game with some good possession and a nice cross into the box and a perfect header by forward Chris Howard that would give Elon an early 1-0 lead. But High Point would answer with a flurry of first-half goals. In the 25th minute, Adam Storm heads in the nice cross to tie up the game at 1, giving the raucous High Point crowd something to cheer about. And just 30 seconds later, Adam Sewell would head in another High Point cross. Then, in the 34th minute, Ben Burden would take advantage of an Elon defensive mistake and slip another shot past Dean for High Point's 3rd goal. Down 3-1, Elon would respond with a Daniel Lovitz header in the 54th minute to cut the lead to just 1. But in the 66th minute, High Point would again make it a 2-goal lead with a nice strike by Leon Carby from outside the box. Elon had some opportunities late in the game to try to get back in it, but every time the Phoenix swarmed the goal, the ball could just not find the back of the net. When the game ended, the final score was High Point 4, Elon 2. Ahead this week in sports, the women's volleyball team will play North Carolina A&T on Wednesday. On Thursday, the women's soccer team will look for their second win of the season against Coastal Carolina. And women's volleyball will go at it again on Friday against Gardner-Webb. Later on in the week, the football team will travel to Chapel Hill in its season opener against UNC. More action on Saturday as the women's volleyball team will take on Alabama and the men's soccer team will face Campbell in its second game of the season.
Thanks, Jamie. That's all the news we have for you.
Stay with us online at elonlocalnews.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Have a great first week of school, Elon, and we'll see you next week.